First, can you hear me now? Yeah, I can see the microphone levels going up and down now. What's up, everybody? Here we go. We are rocking. We are rocking. Listen, this is the most unprofessional live stream ever. Uh, Forgive us, y'all. We've been rocking for 3 minutes, but we tried our best to use our new setup, and it wasn't working. We had kept having some delays or whatever the case is. Then we had to switch over, and then I forgot that in order to switch over from that, I had to switch everything over. So I switched over the video, but I didn't switch over the audio. So now our audio and our visual is back. So one more time. What's up, Peapod? It's your boy, Shaun P., the leader in general of the illest team known to man, the Purefoys, a.k.a. your family's favorite family, and you are now live with Shaun.
And Key.
And this is our weekly broadcast where we give you an update on what's going on with our family. We give you an update on what's going on with the house, what's going on with our channel. And we just, we talk about relationship stuff. We talk about homeschooling stuff. We talk about parenting and relationship stuff. We talk about a whole bunch of things that regard to parents. To kick things off, first off, to all the ladies out there, happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you all. Special shout outs to everyone who is in love, those who are trying to find love. Shout outs to married couples, all those people. Valentine's Day is a special day. Sometimes they say that this can be one of the most depressing days for single people, because they don't have no boo thing or whatever. But if you watch our channel, if you watch any of our lives, you know that if you just hold on
to God's unchanging hand,
and if you just wait a little while longer, that you will find yourself someone that is going to love every last piece of you, all your shortcomings, and celebrate your strong points and all those good things. Who is in here, please? We got Tawanya, we got Chidera's in here, mommy and her two girls. What's going on? Who else is in here? We got 3 people here. Everyone, please say what's up in the chat. What's up, Chidera's sister? How you doing? We got several people in here. Hi. What's going on? What's going on? Marion P. Thomas is in the building right now. Before we even get into what we want to talk about, talking about Valentine's Day.
Doing current events.
Current events. You want to start there? Before we even do current events, let's first off, let's do current events. So, what's current?
Did you guys hear about Florida and the mass shooting in the school once again?
Yeah.
I didn't hear details. I know that people were running out the building and getting shot as they were running out the building because the fire alarm or a grenade or something. I'm not sure what went off.
Yeah. Well, I don't know all the details too. I've heard bits and pieces of it, but I haven't been keeping my ear to the radio or just watching news because it's just been a long day. But anytime a tragedy like this happens, especially at a high school, what I'm saying, some of those kids are still minors, and they have their whole lives ahead of them. But to be, cut short and all of those things like that, that's just like a real travesty. So our thoughts and our prayers just go out to those families, to that school.
17 casualties already.
Oh my God, 17. So that's 17. We don't know if it's like teachers or students, but either still, it's just like super unfortunate. And it just really just on a day like today, on a day that's supposed to be, a celebration of love,
spreading love,
and togetherness. We have these heinous crimes that take place in our country.
Yeah.
And it really just speaks to the type of people that we walk by every day. You never know, who's going to do what. I don't know what, if they found the shooter. I don't know if they found, the culprits behind it.
Yeah, we don't know.
But
Well, I don't know anything.
yeah, but it's just really just unfortunate. And, my mind goes back to, what was the name of that?
Columbine?
Columbine. What was the little...
The little kids?
Yeah.
Sandy Hook.
Sandy Hook. And we drove by that school, like a few months.
Right?
Yeah, just out of the blue, randomly, we were in Connecticut, but
we didn't realize we were driving through the town.
Yeah, and our GPS kind of just took us this, way that we never go before, and went before, I should say.
It was the same year, and they were doing memorials.
Yeah, and we drove by there, and just like the you could feel the spirit of that community, just like at a super low, with all those lost lives that happen. Anytime kids die, it's just a real like, it makes it extra sad. So like, our thoughts and prayers go out to the family, that community, that school. And just for people everywhere who suffer loss.
Yeah, and even for the person who did it, because like, you never know what that person was going through, or we don't know the situation. I know I don't know the situation, and like, mental health is serious.
Yeah,
it's a serious issue.
It definitely is. And, so
people need to.
Yeah, so if you're ever feeling stressed out, if you're ever feeling like you're over the edge, then you need to seek some professional help, and you need to talk to somebody, and so we don't have casualties like this.
Yeah, because either they're killing other people or they're killing themselves, and we don't want either.
Either way, it's still just a bad look.
Yeah.
So thoughts and prayers go out to them. Wow, yeah, thoughts and prayers go out to them. Shifting gears a little bit with a little bit of brighter news. Hopefully everyone was able to check out our latest spoof parody / music video.
Homeschool.
Starring the little ones, and the not so little ones, the biggest babies in the house. Zay, Jay, and Ari. Hopefully everyone got a chance to check that out.
Let us know how you liked it.
Yeah, did everyone get a chance to see? Did everyone get a chance to see Homeschool? Here, check us out in the comments. In the chat, I'm going to actually pose a question. Did everyone see #homeschooled? And if you didn't,
love it. My daughter fell in love with the video. Ah, yay!
That's what's up. And for those of you who didn't see it, I thought I'd be able to put a
card.
Here we go. Add card. Video, create, and we're gonna put homeschooled up there. Create a card, and then we're gonna launch the card. Is it up there?
I don't see it up there. Maybe? I don't know. But yeah, you guys have to see it if you didn't see it.
Yeah. So we are talking about today. We are talking about Valentine's Day. Because it's a day of love. Didn't see Homeschooled. Come on now. Nest Vlogs is in here. You can barely hear us.
Happy Love Day.
Let me see if I can turn up the mic volume. Can you hear us now?
Are we better?
We could probably gotta talk a little more into the microphone.
Okay.
We're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, let us know if we're doing too much now, if we're too close.
If we're too loud. But I see the levels on the mic. Okay. So let's talk about Valentine's Day. Our first Valentine's together as a couple happened, was it 9 years ago? 8 years ago? Because it was Valentine's.
See that face?
It was the Valentine's after we got together. So that first Valentine.
It was right before you proposed then.
Right.
It was right before he proposed.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, because that after that week we had went to Virginia, and that's when I proposed.
Yeah.
So yeah. So our first Valentine was a doozy. We were still in the really just like working out our relationship. scenario, and everything was still new and fresh, and we were still just like head over heels for one another. Things had become less and less complicated with all the other distractions
it was easing out, right?
Yeah, so we were able to go to a really fancy restaurant now. See your boy.
I did the planning. I don't know what he's talking about right now. Oh,
What are you talking?
I thought you were talking about the chart house.
I am talking about the chart house.
I did the planning,
but I didn't say that I did.
Oh. Do the... I thought he was like, see, your boy, he took.
Wow, the disrespect in the live already. Good. Now, what I was about to say was that your boy had never been to that kind of a fancy restaurant before. My previous, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Live with Shaun and Key, our weekly update show. But my previous, and we're talking about Valentine's, our first Valentine's Day together as a couple.
I know, sorry.
Yeah, she just be cutting me off, man. The disrespect is just bad. But I'll let you kiss me because it's Valentine's Day. But as the fanciest I'd ever been to prior to that was like Red Lobster, because it just costs more than McDonald's. McDonald's is one of my favorite places. It costs more than the Chicken Shack and all those things like that. So I'd never been to a really, really fancy restaurant. So we went to Nakia did the planning. Let me give her props because I just asked her what she wanted to do because I didn't know. So we planned to go to the Chart House and we had to make reservations, and it was all just like hostility and everything like that. And she had gotten this tip from one of her coworkers. So we get there and it's all cool. We was dressed alike. I had on like gray jeans, a gray jacket, and we had on some boots and a shirt and a tie, and she had on her gray dress and was just looking all sexy and cute and everything. And we went to this Chart House restaurant, and it just like the ambiance was really dope. It's in Weehawken, New Jersey, and it's right there on the water.
So right across is the skyline of New York City.
Word.
So it's beautiful.
Yeah, and it was right there on the Hudson River. The Hudson River. So we get there and it is jam packed. It is jam packed, and so we get there and they tell us there's a wait. So I'm like, there's a wait for our particular table because
we were supposed to sit next to the window, get a window seat. That's the romantic to sit by the window so we can see the skyline.
Yeah, because if you're sitting by the window, you're basically 10 feet away from the actual river. So, you can see the New York skyline, and just like they have really clean windows so you can see everything that's going on there. And then, but it took forever for us to get our seat. We wound up, our reservation, let's say it was like at 8 o'clock, I forget the actual time.
I think we sat at 10, didn't we?
But yeah, we wound up waiting for like an hour and a half to be seated. So we were just talking. Everything is still cool. We still had a whole bunch to talk about. When you first start off dating, you have tons of things to talk about. And those couples out there, you guys know what we're talking about. You stay up to 4 o'clock in the morning just talking about your dreams and goals and aspirations and all stuff like that. So then we finally get a seat, and things that just that wait really kind of just like set the tone of the night. And
while we were waiting, we were able to go to the bar and get like something to drink and some appetizers and stuff like that. So
we weren't starving, and we were really just cool. I was really just caught up in the ambiance and just how beautiful Key was looking that night. So I really didn't mind the time and everything like that. So we finally get sat down, and it's not by where we wanted to sit. So that was a bummer. But then, you know, everything else was slow then too, you know. So then it took us, we had our appetizers already, we had our drinks or whatever, and now it's time for us to get our entree. And it took another hour and some change to get our entree.
It took forever.
And, you know, the waiter just kept coming back and saying, I'm so sorry. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And it was just like a real, just a bummer. So we finally get our food, and the food is definitely, it was just like, it was really good.
So good.
It was really good. And I forget what I had. I had I had a filet mignon. It was my first time having filet mignon. And I had like some, did I have shrimp? I don't remember. I know for a fact that it was my first time having.
I don't know, but I had probably
filet mignon, and it was really, really good. Thanks for coming. The Bay Area, shout you guys out. So sorry that you that we should have got on earlier, but we experienced technical difficulties. For everyone who's here, this is Live with Shaun and Key, our weekly update broadcast, and we're talking about Valentine's Day, our first Valentine's Day, and how it took us forever to get seated, and then it took us forever to get all of our food. And now the part that really got me is because I was paying for it all. It was definitely at it was the most expensive meal I had ever purchased to the date. Up until that point, I had never spent that much money on food. I had always, you know, I spent money on clothes, I spent money on sneakers, you know, I spent money on trips, but I never spent that much money on food. And when we got that bill, oh my God, it was north of the doggone $100 mark.
We didn't get the bill, right? Because
we did get the bill.
They took it off after we got the bill?
You always get the bill first. They let you know how much it would have cost.
Okay.
They let you know how much it would have cost. And, you know, that bill was like for two people, you know, it was over $130 some odd dollars. So I was like, I wasn't really tripping because, you know, I wanted to show off for a little bit. So I was
this isn't that bad.
Fellas. Also, all the young guys, to all the young guys out there, you know what I'm saying, just know, you know what I'm saying, women are they are expensive. You know, I mean, it's definitely worth the investment in most cases, but they get expensive, man. And your boy was spending, you know, $100 plus on some cow meat. Nah, you want to definitely stay away from the gold diggers. We don't deal with gold diggers. You want to get you a nice quality woman that's gonna, you know, elevate you. You know what I'm saying? And that's actually, you know, that's actually what what a good woman will do. They'll help you, you know, put you on the game. You know, they'll help you, you know, elevate your status, as they used to say.
Oh, you never had filet mignon? Come on, we gonna go here, boo.
And you know, they help you. They introduce you to the finer things in life, so to speak. And like Beyonce said, let me upgrade you. So she upgraded me in that sense. But the meal was super expensive. And I was prepared to pay it, but which was really cool about the restaurant, because we had been in that restaurant for like 3 hours and some change. Because we had been there for so long, they actually comped us on the entree. So all we really had to do was pay for our appetizers and our drinks.
Yeah, they even gave us a dessert.
And a free dessert, and it was all good. I felt a little more comfortable. I was prepared to pay the whole thing. Let me just say that. I was ready to do that. But, you know, anytime a brother could save a couple more dollars, that's always a plus. you know. And we had a good time. We took a lot of pictures on the pier, and it was just like a really just like love was in the air. So my question to you and to the ladies out there, is it okay for a man to use coupons or like discounted things on Valentine's Day?
Why not? I think it's okay. I think it's okay.
Okay, you was making.
I mean, I don't want to see you using a coupon at Red Lobster. Or
You don't want to see?
I'm just joking. Oh, okay, I should just say McDonald's. We shouldn't be going to McDonald's. You know how like White Castle has like the Valentine special where they do something special for Valentine's Day. They like set it up all nice. I mean, go where your pockets can afford, definitely. But I don't think it's a problem. Like, I'll be quick to look for a Groupon. So, but a lot of the fancy restaurants right now actually have Groupons. So, like, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Who is this? Where do I work at now? I'm not going to say that online. But I work at another school in Newark right now.
We need to save our dollars. Yes, you do need to save your dollars.
Doll hairs.
doll hairs. Money isn't everything in life.
You're right.
It's not.
You know, because I've seen on social media where dudes get clowned for trying to use a discount, or you know, try to save some money on Valentine's Day. I am a strong proponent in, you know, like if we're building something together, you should want me to save money.
Yeah.
You know, because if I'm not spending money, you know, if I'm not spending all my money in this particular area, then, you know, that's more money that we have for other things. That's right. I wish we knew more about coupons here in this house.
Yeah.
I remember watching, what was that? The coupon.
Do you remember when we were dumpster diving? Well, you were dumpster diving.
I was dumpster diving for some doggone coupons at one time. Trying to be like, what was that show?
Couponing.
It wasn't called Extreme Couponers.
Yeah.
And when I was seeing that these people were getting like 500 items for doggone $25, I was trying my best to be on that wave.
Yeah, he was trying.
But never really worked out that way. I don't know. I still don't know the art of couponing. So I usually I know how to find a sale, but what's going on, Bash? How you been?
But
yeah. So coupons. Oh, excuse me. Oh man. Oh, don't worry about it, T. We're late too. Today was just an all jacked up day.
Yeah, it was so bad. Like we were trying to get situated with our new setup. It wasn't working. We had to go off, come back on. You couldn't hear us. It was just crazy.
We was trying to go. We were trying to use our new system, the Elgato game capture. But something happened. I don't know what happened. It was working fine yesterday when I did a trial run. Everything was awesome. But today, of course, when it's game time for you people, for the Peapod, you know, it started acting up. But it's all good. But just, you know, for those of you who are just joining us, this is Live with Shaun and Key. It's our weekly update broadcast where we let you know what's going on in our house.
Oh, we have something to let you know.
What's going on with the family, what's going on with the channel. Let's talk about what's going on with the channel for a really quick thing, and then we'll get to the last beat because that's like the good news. So for the past couple weeks, we were experimenting with some different things for the channel, and of course, it didn't sit well with all of our viewers, and for we lost a lot of subscribers over the last couple months. I think it's the most that we've lost over the period of time since we actually started our channel. So we lost about, 80 subscribers Oh, what's going on, Nasir? What up, Nas? What up, Cyan? Life Academy. What up? What up? What up? What up? Kip, New Jersey. What up? And I guess our teaching Tuesdays and everything that we were trying to do wasn't sitting well with people. So, just so everyone knows, so you hear it here on the live show, we're just going back to thank you. We better not, because we know where you live and we know your family. But we're going back to just doing music and homeschooling, a day in the life type of stuff.
But you guys love that, right? Our spoofs, day in the life stuff.
When we go on adventures and things like that. I think that was the wave. And once we got back to that format, doing what we was doing, I started seeing growth. So we're now at, I forget how many subscribers.
Oh, thanks to one. Yeah.
But we're growing again, which is awesome, because we definitely want to do that. And there are just bigger and better things coming up.
Yeah.
Music Monday is definitely going to continue to stay. Hopefully we can get our live.
We love Music Monday
with
too,
with the HD. Yeah, Music Monday is dope. But we want to get the HD going, and we just want to put on a really good show for you guys. So we're just trying to level up and do better for you to make the channel more entertaining when we do entertain. But it's it's all for you all. All right.
Yes.
And last but not least, because we're going to cut things a little shorter, because we started late. I have two more things. One more thing. We finally. Do you want to do it?
Yes.
You want to do it? All right, go.
Renovations are starting next week. I am so excited. I am so excited, guys. Our house is finally getting worked on. This is just so exciting. I had to say that. Yes.
We renovations are coming up. We have permits being submitted to the city. Our contractor is a really awesome dude, black brother. Support that black business. And
he's making it happen.
Yeah. And that's making wifey happy.
So
and we're just getting it done. So that's something that we've been trying to do since we moved into this place. But of course, you all know that we just ran into difficulties with people snaking us and giving us false information.
Yeah.
So to all you new homeowners, my first advice is wait. Live in your house for a year. Figure out, unless if you got leaks in the roof, of course, get those things fixed. But all of the renovations and things like that, if they can wait, try your best to wait, because you never know if your plans are going to change, and then you wind up in a situation like us, where our plans changed, and we weren't able to do it. So we're now locked into our original plan, because the plan that we had changed to was actually losing us money on the house.
Yeah.
But
it was making the house more energy efficient.
Yeah, we thought so. But so just advice to you all. Yeah. Wait. And last but not least, before we get out of here or take questions, I want to thank everyone for your prayers and well wishes and the comments and everything with the family. As you all know, Nakia's grandma, she passed away last Thursday, which was the reason why Key wasn't on the live last week, because she's with her grandma in the hospital.
I stayed right in intensive care, next to her side.
But thank you all. The love that everyone has been showing is really amazing, and it just shows that YouTube can be a place where people come together and really interact with one another and show love to one another. So thank you all for the love that you've shown to the family. Tomorrow and Friday are going to be rough days as we, attend the wake and the funeral on Friday. But again, keep us in your prayers, keep us lifted up. I think that through all, on top of everything else that's going on, the situation has brought our family closer together, especially during this time. But yeah.
Thank you, guys.
You want to say anything?
Nope.
Okay.
I'll get emotional, so.
Thank you all so much.
Yes, but thank you, guys.
So, that's it for us, all our talking points. Do we have any questions tonight? Let's talk to the fans. Let's talk to the P Pod.
The P Pod.
The P Pizzle.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tawanya. Thank you, everybody. ATL in the house. Jersey in the house. Let it go, man. I'm 74. I'm sticking to it.
74. I can't.
Are we dropping new merch? Actually, no. To be totally honest, we need people to buy the first batch of merch that we got. Y'all see that stuff right there in the back? We need people to buy it. www.shop-p-pod.com. Y'all need to go there and buy that merch up. We're actually running into some difficulties with the vendor that we're using to help print our shirts and all of our merch.
Let's talk about that for a minute.
Yeah, so
right?
this is a friend, well, an associate, I guess. I don't know. That I got to know, working with at my last school 2 schools ago. And he opened up a t-shirt business. We actually featured them on a channel. But you try to support your friends. You try to support, you support the community.
Yeah.
And they were doing an awesome thing, and we were doing well, for the longest time. But then I guess the orders got complicated, and, I don't know what was going on, but, on different occasions, there was a lot of just like unprofessionalism. So we would make orders to get stuff printed up, and every time I went there, I wouldn't have everything. If I ordered 15 shirts, I would have 12, if I ordered 5 larges and 10 smalls, I would have 7 smalls, and something was just always missing,
or nothing was ever done.
It wasn't done on time. Yeah, I get to the shop, I get to the store, and they're still printing my stuff, and it was just a lot. So this last go round, when we did the giveaway, the big prize giveaway, we still haven't fulfilled that big prize giveaway. So sorry. It's coming. But when I put the order in, he told me that he was going to do those things, and we're texting back and forth, and I was texting him, "What's going on, Marsha? How you doing?
How
Welcome.
you?
You're live with Shaun and Key." And
okay,
he just stopped responding to my text. I texted him, I called him, and then he just got fed up with me texting him. We ordered some things for our kids. He got the wrong sizes, and actually allowed someone to take them from his shop, or he lost them. I don't know what the case is, but just a whole bunch of just unprofessionalism, not returning phone calls, not returning text messages. So I believe that God is just showing us, giving us a sign that we don't have to do.
You don't have to do business with everybody.
Yeah.
They might be your friend, but if they're not business oriented, or they don't have a level of professionalism, then we can't do business with them, because we want to be professional as well.
Yeah.
So Shaquela, Tawanya, we are sorry.
Yeah, so sorry.
Yeah.
And I feel like super, super bad that it's taken so long to fulfill those orders. But when you're dependent on other people to do other people to do their business so that you can do your business.
Yeah,
You know, sometimes you get bit in the butt. But we're going to try to venture off and like just start printing our own shirts.
Yeah.
So y'all pray. If y'all send us some super chats and y'all donate to the Purefoy Fund, we can get the equipment to do that. But let's get to some questions. If I got offered $1 billion to quit YouTube, yeah, that's $1 billion, man. Scroll up a little more.
That's about you being old. Okay.
Question
about love. If your spouse isn't giving you the same energy and move for a relationship, how can you tell them?
I'm not sure.
What do you mean, Sharon?
How can you tell them? If they're not, I mean, I can speak to that first part. I don't know what the second part is, but if someone is not matching your energy, you definitely have to know yourself and what you're willing to accept and tolerate.
Yeah.
You know, in a relationship, if it's going for the long haul, you know, like we said in previous lives and previous talks, everything is not going to be a 50-50 split.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some days are better than the other. Some days are 50-50. The majority of the time is not going to be 50-50. But you have to know what you're willing to accept and what you're willing to put up with. And once you've reached your limit, then I think it's time to move on.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And you know, it's if it's early in the relationship and that person isn't giving you the same energy, then that goes to show that, you know, maybe that person isn't the one for you, you know, because in the beginning, everything should be good. You know, like you're just getting to know each other. Things are going great, you know, like, so in the beginning, things should actually be good. So if they're not good and, you know, that person is not giving you, you know, the attention you need or whatever, you know, and also look at yourself too. Like, what are you doing? What are you giving out? You know, are you meeting his needs? You know, stuff like that. So,
quick questions. Do you have a pet?
No, but
not
we're
yet.
Gonna get one.
We want to get a dog or a fox. What made y'all want to start homeschool? So it started like this. Ariana, as you all know, she is like a baby genius. She developed like super early, as far as like her speech and just like conversational talking just developed so quickly, that we started to teach her to read at like 3 years old. So Key was led, you know, prayed about it and, you know, asked God. God was leading her to do that. And she started teaching her what's the name of the book?
How to Teach Your Child to Read and 100 Easy Lessons.
Yeah. So we started doing that.
Supposed to be doing a video on that.
And Ari was just picking it up. So by the time she was four years old, she was already reading, you know, reading little books. So that kind of like springboarded it. And then the boys were struggling in the district that we were in. So we, especially Jaden, because Jaden was diagnosed with ADHD, and he was having a lot of troubles in school. So we just wanted to catch Jaden up. So that was another thing that we had talked about and prayed about. And then God kind of just, you know, gave us like the go ahead. And Jaden, then we pulled Jaden out from traditional school and began homeschooling him. And then Xavier didn't want to be left out the bunch. So he just he decided that he wanted to, we gave him that choice to be homeschooled. And then also too, you know, Xavier's acting career was taking off.
Yes,
at that time. And he had a lot of auditions and shoots and things like that. So, you know, we really had to like be in the city like every other day.
Yeah, it just made sense.
And it just made sense for us. Homeschooling, you can do it in van, you can do it at Target, at the doctor's office.
It really is awesome, guys. You can really do it whenever you want to.
Yeah, and when you think about it too, with all that goes on with schools, you have, not saying that you're going to shield your kids from everything, but you limit the influences that your children have when you homeschool. Like Xavier was like a socialite, and he was getting more. He wanted to be in the limelight of school more than he wanted to be in his books, and that doesn't fly in this house. We're about Black excellence. We're about being your best self. So there's no way that you're just going to do whatever you want to do. What up, Jordan? Welcome. This is Live with Shaun.
Hi. And Kay.
This is our weekly broadcast. Thank you for joining. Hopefully everyone's subscribed. We were talking about Valentine. You're going to have to watch the playback for it. We're talking about the complications with our new live setup. And we're just talking about, homeschooling. We talked about a whole bunch of things. You're going to have to watch the playback, but thanks for joining us.
Yes.
Right now we're just talking to the viewers and, fielding a couple questions. Do we have any more questions? Would you rather have 4 kids that are your blood than 1 kid that's not your blood? No. Doesn't matter if they're smarter. My dream job actually growing up was Foot Locker.
That still is his dream job.
Yeah, I want to work at Foot Locker. No, but I really wanted to be an R&B like star.
Yeah.
I wanted to be the next, Usher. That was my dream. Growing up, and of course work at Foot Locker on the side. Does Xavier drive a car now? No. Xavier just drives us up a wall.
Yeah, but he gets his permit this year.
Yeah, he'll be
16.
He'll be 16 this
year.
Yo, Kyra, what up?
Hey.
What up? What up? What up?
How do you guys find time for just the 2 of you?
We make time.
Yeah.
We just have to pick up and just do us. So yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
It was just supposed to be some random, just a regular day. But I came home, after the kids. I came home from work, told Key, like, yo, I just want to take you out. Let's beat the Valentine's rush. And we took the kids to dance, came back, and then we said, all right, Zay, you the man of the house right now. And then we just bounced and went to Red Lobster and had some food.
Yeah, I wanted some Lobster Fest. I just told him the night before, so.
Yeah.
I was surprised when he said, I'm taking you out.
Yeah, because we don't have money. This is a season of drought right now. We are broke. But God is in the plan, and God He is working it out for us. And things are going to turn around really soon. I believe it. They having a whole nother.
I love that you guys are talking to each other, though. It's important conversation.
Yeah, subscribe to each other's channels, man.
Yes, I'm a magician. I can make my kids disappear.
Yep. That's how you do it. Yes, we will be live streaming on Monday, even though there's no. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat.
Oh wow. That's the homie right there. Wow.
That touched my heart.
That just blessed me. Thanks for the super chat. Anybody else?
Super chat.
Super chat. My man Marquis just throwing them dollars. Our first super chat. Listen, that's one of my students right there. He's an awesome kid. He's a great supporter, and just thank you, man.
Can we talk about breastfeeding really quick?
Oh, wow. Just going off. You don't
really
save
quick.
Some,
this is
save
quick.
some for. No, you don't want to save it for the next time.
Okay, I'm gonna save it for next week. So if you guys have any questions on breastfeeding, now's the time to ask, and I'll write them down, and get them. How is the house coming along? Pros, cons to being homeowners. I love owning a home. You can do whatever you want to your own home.
Word.
Cons.
You have to do everything. You know.
Yeah. There's no calling the super.
Yeah. So like when our doggone boiler was on the fritz, I couldn't just call a landlord and be like, "Yo, this boiler ain't fixed. You need to come." I'm the landlord, and I had to pay for that joint to get fixed, and that was OD. And I didn't want Chidera. Stop acting like you don't know. Man, you have younger siblings, and stop it. Cut it out. Pros. Also, I mean, you can do whatever you want to your house, and then like that sense of like ownership.
Yeah.
You know, you will always own your home as long as you continue to pay for it, but you will always have that. You know, you can always use that as leverage to generate wealth. You know, one of the first steps that a lot of like entrepreneurs, a lot of wealthy people say that the first step to accumulating wealth is to own property.
Real estate.
Is to own property. So shout outs to all the homeowners. Yeah, cons are, sometimes you got to fix up things. Yeah, this is our
Oh, you're welcome.
You're welcome. We don't celebrate we celebrate Valentine's Day, but we always, to beat the rush, we always go the day before.
We try after that chart house experience.
Yeah, because it's just a lot of.
Oh, and last year we went on Valentine's Day and our dinner was $190. So.
Yeah, and it was just they triple the prices.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of hustle and bustle. There's a lot of dudes out there that's just trying to impress their gals, and as you should. But when you're doing this for the long haul, and when you've been doing it for 8 years now,
I get love from him every day. So.
That's right.
Yeah. Who is going to teach Jay to drive? The driving school. Driving school. We will pay a driving school to come get him, teach him how to drive, take him to get his permit, and they will do everything for you. They take him to do everything.
He's driven my car.
Yes,
a couple
190.
times.
190. It was crazy.
That's far. Jordan, our kids are 15, 12, 6, 2, 3, 3 and 1.
Thinking about it, right?
How many degrees do I got? I got one degree and a teacher certification. How rich are we? Not rich.
Do you get paid to breastfeed? No.
This guy bugging.
I get paid in love.
Word. So if there aren't any more questions, y'all.
Yeah, thank you so much for hanging with us.
Thanks for rocking with us. Happy Valentine's Day. If no one told you that, if no one told you that they love you, know that God loves you. The Purefoys love you. Yeah, I got those roses for my boo. I also got some roses for my little boos. Got them some chocolates.
Oh, I hope they're not eating all the chocolate.
They probably are. Yeah, got them some candy and
love
a flower.
Love every day.
We love you guys. Yes. Don't forget to tune in. Tomorrow is day in the life, being a homeschool mom. Check us out. Share us, yo. We need y'all to share us on Facebook, Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. All of those good things. We love the dialogue that's been going on in the chat. Yeah. Subscribe to each other's channels. Yeah. We are going to beat this thing and glow up. We got some more awesome news coming up. Yeah. So you all have an awesome rest of your night and rest of your week. This is Shaun
and Keith
signing off. Don't forget to live, let love.
Peace.